Hundreds of thousands in Iran shouting death to America and burning the American flag. And it happened just one day after a federal appeals court blocked President Trump's extreme vetting order. The administration says it will continue this legal fight and deliver new security measures. But Gary B., Iran was one of the 7 countries covered by this order. You say it was a dangerous move to block it.
Exactly. The 7 countries, by the way, that the Obama administration came up with. Yes, I think it's very dangerous. Look, the job of the president, again, whether you love him or loathe him, is to protect the safety of this country. He was elected. That's one of his main responsibilities. He used his judgment to put immigration bans in place that would protect us. The court is substituting their judgment over the president's. That's not their job. Look, let's stipulate that the majority of people in Iran want peace. That's great. But the majority of people at a prison like Sing Sing won't come out and murder you. We still have walls around it, though, to protect for the very few that would. That's what Donald Trump is trying to do. Why the court is stepping in, I have no idea.
Deneen?
I totally agree with Gary B. Listen, President Trump has the authority and the right to do what he did. This is about the safety and security of Americans. And all one has to do is look at that video clip and look at these individuals who are in the streets shouting death to America. This is what Donald Trump was talking about. He wants to protect us, protect person, property, and it is his role to do so.
And just those 7 countries came from a list put together by the Obama administration because there were 60 individuals born in those 7 countries on that list that have been convicted of domestic-related terror since 9/11.
It certainly was an Obama list, but it wasn't an Obama ban list. It was a list to look into further. If we really want to protect the safety and security of Americans, let's also ban immigration from Tunisia, where the #1 source of ISIS fighters from there. I mean, let's talk about Saudi Arabia. I know it's a great ally, and Donald Trump also has a lot of business interests there. I mean, this is incredibly complicated, obviously, but if we're looking at the case of Iran, they chant death to America no matter what we do. We sign a nuclear deal with them, they still chant it. Yeah. This is just what goes on there. So we can debate the merits of the deal itself another time, obviously, but this isn't surprising to me, and I don't think it's because of the order. This is what goes on between these 2 countries.
John, this travel ban and the extreme vetting would be a way to protect us from the #1 state sponsor of terrorism, which Iran still is, who just received $1.7 billion from us in cash, in part because of a ransom payment.
Yeah, and the $1.7 billion in cash and the deal that John Kerry made, I think have got to be separate. I think it was a horrible deal, one of the worst deals that could possibly be made. But when you talk about Iran, look, I agree with Jessica. They have been chanting death to America since the 1970s, so it doesn't matter about this ban. They do not like us as a country, at least politically and overtly. They don't like us. I think we need a vetting ban, you can't put a countrywide ban. I don't believe. We've seen the fallout repercussion-wise politically. I think if we cannot vet somebody, regardless of their religion or their geography, we should not allow them into our country until we can vet them. But I don't think we can just put a blanket travel ban on an entire region when there are some people there that are friends of America that we can vet that should be allowed to travel freely.
Jonas, the ban was temporary.
I feel bad for the Iranians who aren't in the street, who aren't brainwashed. I mean, we had a court, love it or not, who stopped a decree from a president. When does that happen to a supreme leader's decree? Aren't these people like, wait a minute, that never happens here. They just do whatever they want. So you would think they would turn on their own leaders, but they're brainwashed, so they haven't. Look, as far as the ban, look, we had E. coli in salad. We don't ban salad, right? Like, we figure out how to, like, not get it in the salad. You don't just, like, you want a free flow of labor. I don't know if it's legal or not. I'm not a constitutional scholar. All I know is you want a free flow of labor and capital between countries whenever possible, and it better be temporary, because anything that doesn't achieve that is going to cause economic problems
Gary B.,
somewhere.
those individuals are bringing terrorism to American shores.
I don't know what Jonas is talking about. When there is an outbreak of E. coli in somebody's chicken, the manufacturer pulls all the chicken. They don't say, well, it's not in most of the chicken, so we'll ship it out there. We'll see what's going on. You pointed out a very important point that I have to disagree with my friend John. This is temporary. Trump put this in place to figure out what we need to do. It's not a permanent ban against Iran forever, so I disagree with that. Let's make the border safe until we figure out why it's not safe. That's all I think anyone is looking for. And I'll tell you what, they may be shouting it forever, and they're shouting it certainly louder than they were even back in 1979. That's where the terrorists are going to come from. I think Trump is right in this case.
Thank you, guys. Cashing in just over an hour from now. Eric, what do you have coming up?